Right, in this video we're going to take a look at functions. Now, functions are a very important concept in programming because they allow you to write less code. You can, if you want to repeat lots of lines of code very often, you just put them in a function, you just call that function. But also, very importantly, it makes code much more readable, and writing code that's easy to read is very, very important. So let's create a new script, and the simplest of functions, the syntax is like this. So we're creating a function there using the keyword def, so define high. We open and close some brackets, and that's how we define a function. We could, of course, pass variables to that, and we'll see that in a very little amount of time now. Then a colon, and then at an 11 indentation, we do everything that we want this function to do. So if I run this script, I just have to save it. Just saving out there. If you look over here, nothing actually happened. Okay? And that's normal. All we've done is define a function. And if I call that function now, we see that it prints hello everybody. Okay? Now let's try and define a bit more complicated of a function. So Fibonacci function, and you pass to that value n, and so you want the nth Fibonacci number. So first of all, if n is equal to 0, well, return 1. However, otherwise, but only if, so else if, which in Python shorthand for that is elif n is equal to 1, I want you to return 1. And now what the return statement does, there's two of them there, what it does, it basically stops the function. So as soon as it gets to a return, it outputs that as its response. Okay? So that's an important concept of return. So if n is 0, it won't go any further than this. If n is not 0 and it is 1, it won't go any further than this. But if it's neither 0 or 1, I want to do a little bit more. So I take two numbers and I assign them to two variables. So a and b are equal to 0 and 1. This is very nice in Python that you can do. You can assign multiple variables at a particular point in time. I'm going to say, okay, for k in range of n, I want you to keep on doing this. So I'll explain what that range is now, and then we'll see a bit more what's happening. So if I go back here, all range does is outputs a list of numbers, so numbers from 0 to 1 minus the number you have. And so we're using the for statement that we saw before. So for k in range of n, keep on swapping these numbers. So a becomes b, so the first a will be 1, and b, you add a to it. And you keep on going, and once you've done it enough times, you return b. Now, you very well could check out the mathematics, but that is indeed a function that will return the Fibonacci function. Using concepts of recurrence, you can actually do this a lot quicker, but this will do for now. So if I save that, and now when that runs, again, nothing happens. But if I call Fibonacci function and ask for the first variable, it puts that in. And if I call Fibonacci function and I say I want the 100th Fibonacci number, it points out what that is. You actually see that the L means it's a very, very big number. So, but it's calculated very quickly. And so that's functions in Python.